What is up, fishing friends? Welcome back to another benchtop table review with your boy, the Tackle Weeb. I hope you guys are having a great week. I hope you've been catching some fish. Today I want to talk about a reel that is not something that I would normally review, but I tried it. I'm pumped about it, so I'm going to share it with you. We're going to talk about the Baits Salty Hundo. Right over this shoulder right here, I am going to throw in some tasty images for you guys, some little glamour shots to show you how pretty this reel is, because it's absolutely beautiful. This beautiful deep, almost navy color on the 6061 aluminum frame here, absolutely gorgeous. There's a much lighter color finish on the drag star and handle here. The handle itself is 88 millimeters, which comes up a little short for my taste, but we'll jump more into that when we get into the actual review portion and the rating. So full transparency here. A few years ago I tried some baits reels. I was not a fan. I bought them from Tackle Warehouse, spent about right at 700 bucks on these reels, and I sent them back. I just didn't vibe with them. At that point, I didn't feel like they were a product that I wanted to invest money in. They just, to me, didn't feel like a premium product. This reel has 100% changed my view of Baits products. This reel is as good as anything I've tried at the price point. I have a few complaints about it, and we'll jump into those. But just to go into the details, this is the Salty Hundo. This is a saltwater rated version of the Hundo. It is a 100 size spool reel. However, the frame itself is a 70 size. It palms absolutely beautifully. I don't know of any other reel on the market that will have this much line capacity in such a small body size. Huge points to it for that. It comes in a 7:1:1 and 8:1:1 gear ratio, 28 inches per turn in the 7:1:1, 32 inches per turn in the 8:1:1. 10 plus 2 plus 1 bearings. Like I said, the entire body of this reel is CNC machined from 6061 aluminum and then anodized finished. So 15 pounds of drag, which is pretty decent. It's what you would expect from a saltwater rated reel. I feel like that's plenty adequate to chase normal slot size redfish, speckled trout, all of that kind of stuff. Plenty of drag there. Weight, 5.8 ounces. This is going to be another category which scores this reel very high. This is almost 2 full ounces lighter than your normal 150 size Metanium. It's lighter than some of the Steez options that I have up here. It is a phenomenally light reel, so we're going to give it big marks in that when we jump into the review section. Spool capacity, 14 pounds. We're going to get 100 yards. And in a 30-pound braid, we're also going to get 100 yards. Let's see here. Let's jump into the actual review itself. Okay, so I have this little review sheet I've done, and again, I will throw it right here over this shoulder so you guys can follow along. Looks overall, I'm going to give it a 6, and I have some pretty pictures of this reel that I'm going to drop all over in here and add in real nice for you guys so you can see it well. Love the deep blue kind of gunmetal on it, absolutely beautiful. The more bead blast anodizing look on this side, it's kind of like raw aluminum that's been bead blasted. I really like that. The only thing that brought it down in looks are these hideous color knobs. If these knobs were a standard black color, I would love it a lot more. That said, as we jump into the ergonomics category, this reel is going to get a 7. It palms phenomenally. It is melted very nicely. If you know what I'm saying, like there's no hot spots on it as you move your hand around it. That's phenomenal. Even though I hate the look of these grips, I hate the color, they feel phenomenal. They're stippled, they're tapered, they have a very nice chamfer. This is probably the favorite knob shape that I've ever felt on a reel. And I'm an OG cork guy. I love my corks, but this is probably my favorite grip shape that I've ever touched. So absolutely love that, even though I hate the color. Handle length, I gave it a 5. Just because it's an 88 millimeter crank, that's a little short for my personal taste. You know, I got these big gorilla arms, so I prefer something that's more in that 90, 92, 95 range. Durability, big marks again. We're going to give it an 8. Again, this is completely machined out of billet aluminum. The entire thing is solid aluminum. Not a single piece of plastic in the frame or any kind of mounting. The only plastic parts I see are a latch here, this dial, and then the line guide assembly looks to be plastic. There may be a little more plastic throughout, but other than that, all 60-61, so we're going to give it an 8 in durability. As far as the build goes, expect this to be just as beefy as something like a Bantam. However, again, almost a full 2 ounces and maybe exactly a full 2 ounces lighter than a Bantam. So, super durable package, but in a very, very light package as well. Castability, again, we're going to give it big marks. We're going to mark it an 8. One of the most awesome things, and probably my favorite feature about this reel in particular, is the fact that it comes straight out of the box with orange seal ceramic bearings. For all of you reel nerds out there, you know exactly what to expect of those orange seal ceramics. They are fast, boy. I am telling you, they are cheetah on cocaine fast. This thing, a little wrist flick, and it launches, son. These bearings are amazing. So, castability, very high marks on an 8 there. That said, when you first get one of these reels out of the box, run it a little tight, get used to it. The braking setup on this reel is going to be different than your traditional Daiwa or Shimano braking setup. It's got a dial over here and then the cast control right here. So give yourself a few minutes to play with that and get used to the brake setup on this. Otherwise, you're going to blow up a brand new spool of fluoro. Not saying I did that, but some guy might have. And then, you know, spent 45 minutes trying to pick out a backlash and just relined it. But, you know, hey, once again, I totally didn't do that. Not even that. So, moving on from that, we're going to go to weight. Again, I'm going to score this reel an 8. Phenomenally light package here, guys. Not the lightest reel I've ever held. There are lighter out there, but with spool capacity and the build quality, the weight that you get with that, again, is 5.8 ounces, under 6 ounces. This is a hell of a package of a reel to be under 6 ounces. So, weight, we are going to score it an 8. Casting smoothness, okay, guys? Just so you know, my reel rating setup here is anything under 5, I feel like could be better. Over a 5 is good. 5 is like, you know, 5 is good. 5 is a perfectly serviceable, usable reel. You know, you start getting up into that 7 range, and I'm getting pretty excited about it. You get up 8 plus 9, it just really gives me a boner. I'm in love with it. I want to marry it. I want a whole boat full of them to lay down and hold at night, okay? So, that said, casting smoothness, I rated this reel a 4. But, important note here, guys, it is a 4 because of these ceramic bearings that give it that incredibly fast casting, long casting ability, guys. This spool is super free. If you want long bomb cast, this reel, this is the deal. This is what you want it for. But the trade-off there again is going to be when you cast, you can feel those ceramic bearings. Because this is solid 60-61 aluminum, you can feel it reverberate through the reel. So when you cast it, it has a little bit of a grindy feel that some of you may not expect, but just know that's not a quality issue. It is 100% due to those ceramic bearings and the fact that they're designed to be run dry. So you can lube those ceramic bearings and you'll lose a little bit of performance out of them and you'll gain a little bit of smoothness, but just know that is 100% due to those bearings. But you know, super casting, just woo casting, the bearing is a little rough, okay, guys? So, retrieve smoothness, again, we're going to bounce that back up. That's a 7. I can't feel a single hit of gear in this thing. It feels absolutely perfect. The rotational mass is good. It's not overly hard to turn. It doesn't have that super infinity feel like you get out of some Daiwa's Ridge. It's like, whee, and it doesn't feel like you're turning anything. It's just going in one side and magic's coming out. It feels connected, super, super smooth. Build quality, again, overall, we're going to rate it an 8. The build quality on this reel, I feel like, is absolutely phenomenal. I don't feel like it is going to wear out. The fit, finish, the fit up of all the machining on it, again, super, super nice. Overall, it presents really nice. The logos on it, all the baits hits and everything, super, super nice. So build quality, we're going to give it an 8. And to round everything out here, our overall score on the baits Salty Hundo is going to be a 6.7, which puts it right up there with what I would expect from a reel in the $400, $425 price point. The Salty Hundo here comes in at $425. So it is a premium price, but for that you're getting a premium product. If you are looking for a phenomenal utility reel, something that can deep crank, something that can finesse fish, something you can throw small swim baits with. I've thrown a 6-inch Citizen, I've thrown a Tiny Clash on it just for gigs, you know, the old shits and gigs. Did all of that fine. I've also thrown a Spark Shad on a ball head. Did that stuff just fine. So if you're looking for a phenomenal option for a utility reel, or maybe you just want to try something new, absolutely give this bait Salty Hundo a try. I would love to try out the LTS version, which is the BFS/finesse oriented version, in the standard Hundo. And here at the tail end of the video, I would like to thank my homie Sam Clemmer up at Lake Pro Tackle for loaning me this out of his boat and out of his fleet to play with it and bring you guys a review. Be looking for some more reviews out there, guys. I hope you have a great day. If you have any questions, please drop it below. Any comments, please drop them below. If you want to hear more about baits reels, drop it below. Let me know. Other than that, we'll catch you guys next time. Get outside, go see a sunset, catch a fish. We'll see you later. Tackle Weaves out.